Welcome to this Windows and Computer channel. And of course, as we were talking about Windows 10 and the progression of Windows 10, and of course the slow demise of Windows 7, what exactly did happen this year? So we're in December. Throughout Windows, throughout 2019, Windows 10, of course, steadily rose. And it actually is rising faster now than it was at the beginning of the year. And you can see that, starting somewhere in May and until now, it's actually rising faster, and actually not only rising faster, but it's even accelerating when you look at the months of September to October to November. And this is telling us that there is a lot of businesses, there are a lot of people kind of starting to really feel the heat of Windows 7 not being supported after January 14th, 2020. So it's making Windows 10 actually rise even faster. When we look at the beginning of the year, we started in, technically, if we look at the December number, we kind of started the year of 2019 at 53%. So we actually, if you look, January is 53.18%, and we're at 64.7. That is a nice rise, 11.5% more than it was. And we're going to be at, above 65, maybe even close to 66% as the year ends. So that means that we will have had a nice rise in the Windows 10 market share. Windows 10, of course, the numbers that we have, the latest number is 900 million devices running it. And the last number before that was something like 750 million or so. And it's actually going faster. There was a report by Paul Thurrott that he was looking at, how fast it was rising recently. And if we're not there yet, we're probably really close to that 1 billion device running Windows 10. Incredible when you think about it. 1 billion devices running Windows 10. It's pretty cool. So it's kind of an interesting side to see how it's rising, and now of course taking a lot more momentum because of Windows 7. But the Windows 10 operating system, by the end of this year, will have about roughly 13% more than it had at the beginning of the year. If we look at Windows 7, it started the year at 35%. We're at 27.5%. So that means that basically it only has about 7.5% drop. So it's been, of course, dropping, but it's not dropping that fast. And that is the interesting number, because at the speed it's dropping right now, it has been dropping a little faster, but not, look at the curve here. So we have August to September drop, which is quite big. Then we have the drop to, September, we have the drop to October. It slows down, and it's not dropping as fast as part of the year it did at some part of this year. We're going to be in January of 2020 with about 25% of Windows 7 market share. By dropping 0.5%. So right now it's 28 to 27.45, 0.5%. Let's give 0.5% for December and 0.5% in January. That means we'd be at 26%. It's still one computer out of 4. That's a lot of machines, honestly. So that's also something we got to think about, because still a lot of computers will be running this. So that's also something. I was trying to remember when Windows 7 arrived on the market. I'm trying to remember how much Windows XP computers were still running, but it was a lot. I think it was more than, I'm not sure if it was more. I would need to research this, but it'd be interesting to see, actually, when Windows 7 arrived, how many Windows 7 PCs actually were still running. And actually, there was an extension. Microsoft had extended the support for Windows XP a little longer. Which is not going to happen in Windows 7. I still hear a lot of people saying, well, they're going to extend Windows 7. There's still too many computers. They have no intention to extend Windows 7. They really want you to move to Windows 10. And so whether you like it or not, that's something that might have to happen at some point, So it's kind of interesting. We'll be seeing what happens in 2020 with all the different versions also, and what are the percentage. But we are... probably, I wouldn't be surprised, we are probably already at a 1 billion mark for Windows 10 market share, honestly. If you enjoy our videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.